All right. We have a special treat that's going to happen right now, unexpectedly, which fits right in with how Bashar does things. Kim Riccelli was here last time, and he played a musical instrument called the hung. And I'd like to introduce you to Kim. And it's quite an interesting instrument because it's recently been created. It wasn't really on the planet before, or at least it wasn't in the reality that we were in, and now we've shifted to a parallel reality where the hung exists. So, and it kind of looks like a spaceship, which is really interesting. But it puts out the most awesome music, and I think Bashar referred to it as the highest, one of the highest vibrational music on the planet. So we're going to have Kim play the hung, and he's going to play it while Bashar is here, so that Bashar can enjoy it from that perspective, and then we'll see what happens next. Okay?
All right, so. You sec. Or I'll say vibration, resonance, immersion in a field of sound. One of the ways you can create for yourself a bubble reality unto itself, immersed in a vibration of sound. And inside that bubble reality, you can thus then touch into all the dimensions that overlap, all the dimensions that come together to create that bubble. It can, in that sense, be a 0 point that allows you to tap into whatever, whenever, wherever you wish. To that end, then, allow yourself in the creation of this sound to remember and remind yourself of all the things we have discussed here today, and use the sound to cement those things together, tie those things together, vibrate all those ideas into a harmonious resonance that matches the frequency of your highest joy. We thank you for the co-creation of this bubble reality. We thank you.
And now, Bashar, we have a little surprise for you. Since today is Father's Day, we wanted to take this opportunity to acknowledge you and to give you a gift. And this gift comes not only from me, but also from all the people who have benefited from your wisdom, your encouragement, your positive support and inspiration, and your unconditional love, which you have so generously shared with so many of us for all these years. The gift and the recognition that we are giving to you, Bashar, is actually, I have a representation of it here in my lap. And the gift we're giving to you is the naming of a star. And this star was located for us by an astronomer, and it is located in our dimension approximately 500 light years in the direction of the Orion constellation. It's 2.5 times larger than our sun, and it burns 32 times brighter. Its color is white, and it has a slight blue tinge. And this star is registered as follows. This certifies that the star having the coordinates below are hereby designated Bashar, in honor of Father's Day, on this June 15th, 2008. And it comes with an inscription, and the inscription reads, dedicated to Bashar and the Essassani civilization, in gratitude for the unconditional love and light that you shower upon our lives and our world. The brilliance of the Bashar star shines as a symbol and a beacon, illuminating the path to the bright and exciting future that we share together. Happy Father's Day, Bashar.
Touch. Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. Thank you. How synchronous you are to name a star when we are also naming stars in the next experiment. Will you do the honor of reading the names when I say to do so? Yes. Thank you. First and foremost, however, all of you who wish to participate in this experiment require a piece of paper and a writing implement. A piece of paper you can hand away and don't need back. Large enough for all the numbers next to the stars. You do not need room for the names, just the numbers. We will give you time to prepare. Is there anyone who is not ready? Very well. This is how we shall proceed. When we are done, all the pieces of paper shall be handed down the row this way. Not yet. When we are done, handed down the row this way to the person on the end of each row. Then those will be collected by April. All right? Is that clear? Yes. All right. Write your numbers 1 to 15. Now, all you need to mark by the number when the time is appropriate is a Y for yes and an N for no. That is all you need to mark by any number. Y for yes, N for no. One other parameter to this experiment. Do not think about your answer. As soon as the question is asked, mark yes or no immediately, instinctively, intuitionally, automatically. Do not think about it. It does not matter at this point whether you may remember what may have been said about any of these stars in other conversations we have had. It does not matter whether you think you already know the answer or not. Whether you do or not, no matter where the yes or no comes from, just do not hesitate. Put yes or no, Y or N, after each number, one or the other, immediately as fast as you can. Is that clear? Yes. Thank you. Your response should be that quick. Now, April will, when instructed, read the number and the name of the star. I will repeat it. As soon as I repeat it, you may mark your yes or no. Because the question that is the same for all of them will be this: do you feel that there is an intelligent civilization associated with this star system? I am not speaking of the idea of just energetic beings, other dimensional beings. I am talking about an actual physical sensation of civilization as you understand it. Be it whether it more or less advanced technologically does not matter. Be it whether they have technology at all does not matter. The idea is to simply see what you feel about whether or not there is a civilization associated somewhere in the system on some world that you could actually physically go and visit if you had a craft that could travel there. Is everyone clear on the instruction? All right. Everyone take a deep breath in and let it out. Everyone take a deep breath in and let it out. Everyone take a deep breath in and let it out. All right. Read the first star. Number 1.
Sol.
Sol.
2. Prox Centauri.
Proxima Centauri. Yes.
3. Alpha Centauri.
Alpha Centauri.
4. Barnard.
Barnard Star.
5. Wolf 359.
Wolf 359.
6. Luten.
Leutens.
7. Sirius.
Sirius.
8. Ross, 154.
Ross, 154.
9. Ross, 248.
Ross, 248.
10. Epsilon, Eridani.
Epsilon Eridani.
11. 61. Cygnus.
61 Cygnus.
12. Epsilon Indi.
Epsilon Indi.
13. Procyon A.
Procyon A.
14. Tau Ceti.
Tau Ceti.
15. Kruger 60.
Kruger 60. Pass your papers across. When they reach the end of the row on this side, please collect them all. Now, collect them, and once collected, hand them to the volunteers in the front row to help you. Relatively equal piles where they can check the answers. What the volunteers will do is count off how many yeses and how many nos for each one. Let me know when you have arrived at a count for each number of how many yeses and how many nos. All right?
So should we, like, if I say number 1, each volunteer will say the amount of...
You must count them up first.
Right.
We will get to that point. Anyone who wishes to assist may. Now, while they are doing that, how many of you recognize number 1 as a trick question? Did anyone say no to number 1? Soul is your own star. I guess there is no intelligent life in that system. You will notice by the denotation that it is, in that sense, distance-wise, simply 8.5 light minutes away, not light years. The amount of time light takes to get from your star to the Earth is roughly 8.5 minutes. While they are counting, allow yourselves to relax. Close your eyes if you wish. And imagine the stars in the sky. As you might recall from looking at the board, the stars that are listed there are 15 of the stars that are closest to your own, ranging from about 4 light years to approximately 13. These are within galactic distances relatively close to you. in what you call your upcoming years, as you branch out from your civilization, as you create ships and become the UFOs of other civilizations, you will encounter some of the civilizations that do exist in these star systems. Some of them will be technologically more advanced. Some of them will be technologically less advanced. But that does not matter. Your relationship to them will be determined by a number of factors, and you will take up the reign of assisting those that have requested it for their own spiritual upliftment as well. As I say, you will be their UFOs. Some of the other civilizations in this grouping will be those who will assist and aid you in welcoming you to the galactic neighborhood. Even though there will be open contact on your planet prior to the encounters we are talking about in these star systems, these civilizations, some of them, will be waiting for you, have been alerted to your presence, and will be happy to guide you into the other star systems, to familiarize you with your local neighborhood. So imagine now, in your mind's eye, you on ships leaving Earth, stretching out into the stars, even as you may depict in some of your own science fiction movies. And imagine yourself visiting these worlds, learning of new cultures, being shown of the wonders and the marvels that exist, not only in these systems, but in the gulfs between the stars, things you have not even conceived of. One day, your civilization will be shown a gigantic crystalline repository of knowledge that exists as its own moon, made completely of grown crystal from the inside out. A gigantic crystal floating in space. You will be shown life forms that move in between the dimensions and leave trails of energy that define the barriers and borders and veils between those dimensions. You will be shown planetary systems of unimaginable complexity. Planets in multiple orbits, moons in multiple orbits, designed as pieces of art by civilizations you will not meet for 1,000 years. You will be shown many things. I also remind you of the attitude you will take to the stars by reminding you of a story we once told. The story of a starship traveling from civilization to civilization, very advanced, trading, communicating, sharing with every civilization. And one day, one member of one civilization speaks to the captain of the great starship and says, "You must be very powerful. Your civilization must have abilities beyond our understanding." And the captain thinks a moment and says, "We are powerful. Our ships could boil your oceans in a second, could lay waste to the entire surface of your planet in the blink of an eye, could strip the atmosphere from your world and blow it into space. Oh, the being said, that is very powerful. No, said the captain, that is not our power. The fact that we would never do such a thing, that is how powerful we are. Remember, that power, that is the greatest power in all of creation, requires the lightest touch. And that which seeks to force its power on others is actually saying it is powerless. With this knowledge, can you not only go to the stars? With this knowledge, can you not only go to the stars, but with this knowledge, you can transform your world.